This weekend, we packed up and headed out to Inks Lake State Park, one of the Hill Country's most scenic spots for year-round adventure. Just northwest of Austin, this park is known for its steady water levels, rugged pink granite cliffs, and endless opportunities to get outside. From the moment we arrived, the trip was all about soaking up the park's best experiences, and whether that was just setting up the camper, exploring the trails, or simply enjoying the laid-back lakeside atmosphere that makes Inks Lake such a favorite in Texas. We're on the way to get our camper. It's 92 degrees outside. It's extremely hot. Are we regretting doing this? Are we regretting going camping? No, we're not. But it's gonna be hot, bro. It's gonna be real hot. I feel so high, skewer. Lost without you. I'm dreaming. All right, man. So we pulled up into our storage facility, which, right now we have the camper stored outdoors. It's kind of under a tree, which I don't know if that's good or bad, to be quite honest. I was worried that maybe we're gonna get like spiders or insects from above, but so far it's been okay. Now I do kind of spray pest control around the camper, around the perimeter on the at the campground on the grass, and it's been okay. I mean, honestly, the first time we parked there, we had some ants, and that was very discouraging because it was our first trip in our camper, because prior to this we had a pop-up camper, and so it was discouraging, just like, man, this is this gonna suck, because our pop-up camper, we used to just park it inside of our garage because it was so small, so we didn't have to pay for storage or anything like that. Obviously way easier to just get out for the weekend, like we were all set, but now that we have to pay for storage and park out here in the outdoors, it was discouraging, just thinking like, dude, there's gonna be like insects and rats and stuff. But so far it's been over a year, we've been good, other than those ants we had the first time. And it's weird because I don't really know what attracted them into the camper in the first place, but we got rid of them fairly quick. If you've watched our Camp Landa video, that was our first trip we took with our new camper. Not that Camp Landa visit on that video, but that location, that's the first place we went. And so in New Braunfels there's a Walmart nearby, so we went, just bought all of the pest control stuff you could get, and took care of that, and we were all set. Now here you can see there's kind of like a little bit of spider webbing around the tires, and that was the first. I hadn't seen that yet, but I didn't see any active spider activity or anything like that. But if you look at the wheels, there's a little bit of spider webbing there. So we've been getting a lot of rain and stuff lately, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But yeah, there's my reverse camera. I use that as opposed to like the built-in cameras. Now my camper, it does have the pre-wiring, and I'll tell you, I tried to do all that. I really did. I gave it my best effort, but the signal would cut out and it just wasn't reliable. So I returned all of it, and I found this backup camera that is a magnetic mount, and the display is inside the truck. You'll see it here, I think, in a few moments. Yeah, there it is, up at the top above my phone. There's a display for the backup camera, and honestly, that's been so reliable. It's also charged by, it has a solar charge on it. So I charge it the day before we're getting ready to head out. So usually if we were heading out on a Friday, I'll charge it on a Thursday, and we're good. And then the sun just maintains it the whole time. So even when we're coming back a few days later, we're still on a full charge, and it's been pretty sweet. All right, so we just left. We have almost a 2-hour drive in front of us. It's super hot outside, but we're so excited, and we can't wait to get there. Okay, bye. So check it out, man. Inks Lake State Park. Here's the park map. So it's a pretty huge park, to be honest. We stayed a little more to the right over there. I think we were in Site 36. I have to clarify that though. But we were closer to the Devil's Waterhole. And here's our campground, our camp spot that we got. Again, I'll verify the site number. Don't remember. But we were right back there by the back perimeter line. There's a little fence back there you can see. And we started off by going on the Devil's Waterhole Trail. And it was cool because it was actually a guided tour this time, a guided trail. So, of course, whenever you get on those, they go a little slower than our pace. So I set my Apple Watch to hiking, but it kept asking, are you still hiking? Are you still exercising? And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to, but this guy keeps stopping. Which, dude, I appreciate him so much though. He was great. Like he did a fantastic job. Even like this, he was showing us how beavers kind of chewed on it. Um, this is all stuff you don't notice when you're walking through. He had some different animal skins that he was showing the kids. So I mean, like it was worth it. Don't get me wrong, but it was kind of funny if you're trying to like hit the trails to exercise. A guided tour is not the way to go, and I think that's common knowledge. But I'm just saying. But it was cool to go out there and just, I mean, check out the views, man. That rock up there, they call it Chicken Rock because people climb up there. Look at that fish that was caught, by the way. This kid caught that fish right next to us. It's a small little fish, but better than what I've caught lately. I'm just saying. Um, but yeah, Chicken Rock. So people go up there and they jump from there, but they call it Chicken Rock because they get up there and all of a sudden they're chicken and they back out. And I'll tell you, I don't have to go up there to realize I'm a chicken. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything similar to that. I've jumped off of a cliff before, but I don't know, maybe 10, 15 feet tops. Um, but not whatever that is, man. Like, that is pretty legit. I don't think I want to risk it, you know? I feel like you're just in the air with no way to control yourself, like that kid that just did the flip. Like that's wild. No thanks, bro. I'm good. Now, if someone were to say, like, yeah, I'll give you 10,000 to jump off that cliff, I would do it for sure because that cliff didn't look too crazy, but I wouldn't do it just for leisure. Like, bro, I ain't no leisure in that for me. I'm just saying I am not interested. Um, so this thing is cool. You can see that kid up there, like kind of climbing up. This was a cool trail because it takes you here to this like rocky area, and you kind of have to climb up. So it makes you feel like you're a mountain climber. You know, I felt like I was Alex Honnold or whatever his name is, the free solo guy. I thought I was him for a little while. I like free soloed my way up this trail and it was scary. No, it wasn't, but it was cool. Like you kind of climb up and stuff. Um, Once you're up there, the views are pretty cool. You can see like the entire lake to your left, and then like to the right, you just see the hill country, and
see, I think
like it's really cool, man. So like this is our way up right here.
Right there, between the rocks.
Just really pretty, just really nice scenery. And the kids didn't have any trouble climbing up. You know, they kind of needed a little help here and there, but it was never anything like too intense that they
Slide
couldn't
down.
handle. But this is about the extent of it. Like this is probably one of the taller sections right here. Um, but it's not bad. Like I'm telling you, it's cool. I guess what makes it
He's
scary
good.
is when you're on this side of it, you can't really tell if you're just climbing up to an edge, and if you're not careful, if you're just going to climb up there to fall off, you can't tell, you know, because of the perspective you're at. But once you're up there, you're like, bro, this is nothing. Like you're not going to fall and die here, you know. Now when you're up there and you look to the right, you can see the hill country, and you can see this the river kind of going through there, or I guess the lake. You see the water there. There's a few small waterfalls, and there's Inks Lake over there to the left. Like that's the main section. But again, really cool. Felt like I was rock climbing. Felt like an adventurer, you know. Felt super cool. But yeah, and you see like the edge isn't very sharp. Like you're not really gonna fall down to your death or anything. For sure, if you fall, you might get hurt, but I mean, you're not gonna like die right there. I don't think. I wouldn't think so. But yeah, just having a good time, checking out the sunset, enjoying life, bro. So, just some kind of random things about Inks Lake. So, this is in Burnett County. It's about 1 hour north of Austin. It's named after Roy B. Inks. So Inks Lake is a reservoir on the Colorado River formed by the Inks Dam, and that was completed in 1938. The cool thing about this lake is that the water level stays remarkably steady, and it fluctuates by less than 1 foot annually. The lake itself is about 831 acres, and the maximum depth is 60 feet. So I guess that's fine for cliff jumping, right? The park itself is 1,201 acres, and the park was opened in 1950. Park Road 4, which was built by the CCC, provides scenic access and is now listed on the National Register of Historic Places. And Park Road 4, that's how you can get to Longhorn Cavern State Park. Check out my other video on that. That's already out, where I take you through that cavern and tell you about the cool history about it. Let's see. So the Devil's Waterhole. So some of those cliffs, what I'm seeing here is that some of those rock ledges are as high as 40 feet. So like I'm saying, I think the highest I ever did was 10, 15 feet. This is 40. I don't know about that, bro. I'm not interested. I think I'm good. But like I said, if anyone wants to pay me $10,000 to do it, I'll do it. Okay, so if anybody out there has a lot of money to just throw around, I'm telling you right now, send me the contract and I'll sign it today. Let's see what else. So we went back on the trail here. We're headed back. And then after that, we just started walking around and just looking at the park. And it's a big park. So at one point, we even got in the truck and we're like, dude, let's drive around because this is getting crazy. It's just too big. There's too many things going on. So that's what we did. And dude, I'm telling you, the sunsets are unmatched. The sunsets, like if you're a sunset person, and I didn't know I was until like I got a little bit older. I didn't realize how much I love the sunset. Like, dude, look. Everybody will want that sheesh. Video. Beautiful. Lovely. And so of course I had to take, a couple of my drinks that I always take and just chill. This is like a fishing pier with really cool lights that they have underneath, just beautiful, man. And we just kind of hung out, sat around out there. People were fishing. Just very beautiful. And then we pretty much started working our way back to get ready for kayaking the next morning. I'm about to go kayaking, baby. Let's go. So we went out there. We had the 2-person kayaks. So me and my youngest daughter in one, my wife and my older daughter in the other, and we just hit the lake. This was also a guided tour with the same guy who, I forgot his name, I think his name's Andrew, but he really cool. He had someone helping him out that day, someone from Enchanted Rock. So she comes out to help him out on these kayak tours and stuff, and with the 2 of them and a few volunteers and stuff, like they went over so many cool things about this lake. And same thing like I said about the guided tour. If you're coming out here to exercise, which of course I forgot, I don't know if my watch said kayaking or not. I don't remember if it has that setting. But I set us up for whatever, let's just go with kayaking. And every so often it would ask the same thing. It would say, are you still exercising? Yes, bro, I am exercising. I'm just listening to my boy over here tell me about the history of this lake, or telling me these fun facts about this place. Like, give me a minute, just because my heart rate is not going crazy. Like, it's all good, bro. Just let me live my life a little bit, okay? But yeah, some other fun facts about this place is that the Colorado River once caused destructive flooding, and so that's why they built the Inks Lake Dam. Let's see. 2 major floods caused the lake to rise 16 feet to 893 feet in elevation. That was in July of 2025. Anyone know that history? I hope so, because that just happened. Let's see. What else? The park store is unmatched as well. It's a pretty awesome park store where you can get pretty much whatever you need, but you can also rent like kayaks and paddle boats, and I think you can not like rent for free, but I think you can rent fishing poles and fishing equipment from what they were telling us. So I think that's pretty awesome. What else? I think you can also rent like all-terrain wheelchairs too. That way people who need a wheelchair or who are wheelchair bound can still enjoy the trails and all of that, but with a nice all-terrain wheelchair. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if they're heavier though, like if you're pushing. No idea, but I think that's awesome. Like, respect for that. That should be a more common thing if it's not, Anyway, so yeah, we're here and we're kayaking past these people who are jumping in and acting crazy. And again, pay me 10K and I'll do this, what this kid's about to do here in a moment. But for free, nah, no thanks, bud. Here's some turtles just chilling on that log. I don't know if you can see that. And then here's our boy jumping. So yeah, pretty legit, Here's how it looks from one of the fishing piers. People on their jet skis out there just having a great time. Now, one of the other things I did is I brought my scooter, my electric scooter. And you'll hear me talk about this in another video, but I've had this scooter for a few years, and I used to take it camping every single time. It didn't matter where we were going. I would take my scooter and I would just drive around, go around laps around the entire campground. And one of the parks we went to started banning electric scooters and electric bikes, which to me is outrageous. Like, come on, bro. Like, for what? Like, what does it matter if a motor is causing my acceleration or my foot? Like, why does that matter? I'm sure there's a good reason, or I'm sure somebody, messed around and found out. But because of that, I stopped taking my scooter everywhere. And these last few trips, I've got it back. And I'm telling you, life makes sense again. Like, it's just cool. And the interesting thing about this ride, so here I'm just kind of riding around the park, right? And you can just tell how huge this place is. I didn't even get through half of the park in this video, but what was cool is it was really hot when I started, so I was feeling like sweaty, like immediately. Here's one of the, I think, places you can stop for. I think that's the fishing pier, and you can also hop on your kayaks right there too. But anyway, it was super hot, and I was just there, just getting hot. And yeah, you're getting the wind from, as you're driving. But dude, it got real cloudy all of a sudden, and it felt like it was gonna rain. Like, my hat almost flew off. Like, it got so windy, and it rained for like, I guess it just drizzled, but it wasn't anything too bad. And then that led up to the nighttime where there was this group from Austin who came out, and they brought like hundreds of telescopes out here, and everybody was just checking out like the moon and different constellations and stuff. It was so dark out there eventually, and you can kind of tell here in this next clip, like, it was just dark, bro. And it was cool, like perfect for stargazing. And I've always said, if you've watched some of my other videos, I'm not a big stargazer, but I'm starting to get this new appreciation for the stars, because when you come out here and camp in these places that aren't as light polluted, it's pretty cool, dude. Like it's amazing. Like, it's really beautiful when you look up there, and especially with a telescope. Am I gonna buy a telescope? Nah, I don't think so. I wouldn't even know what to do with it, but I think it's cool. I think telescopes are pretty awesome. So anyway, Inks Lake State Park, man, check it out. One of my favorite state parks. So much to do there. All right, y'all, taking the camper back. That wraps up our trip to Inks Lake State Park up near Marble Falls. Was it a good time? Absolutely was. We had a great time. We did so many free activities there that I didn't even know the Texas state parks do, you know. It's not too far from the house, about an hour, 45 minutes, and it was great. I gotta say, Inks Lake is probably one of my favorite state parks. So if you're ever in the area, I definitely recommend you go check that state park out. It's a lot of fun and it's pretty big. And shout out to their dump station, bro. Their dump station is legit. There's like 4 lanes. Definitely the best dump station I've ever seen. And I think that's how you know I'm getting old, because I never thought I'd be giving a shout out to a dump station, but here we are. Definitely better than the dump station at Pedernales State Park. That one was a joke. But yeah, it was a good time. So highly recommend Inks Lake State Park. Check it out. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like these videos. And other than that, have a good one.